Good evening everybody, Fleck is back. What I'm going to show you today is the most unbelievable thing you'll ever see, fitting all of these items into a small hidden 1x1 base. And I'm going to show you how to do it. To start off this build, what we're first going to need to do is find an angled bank. The reason why we're using an angled bank though is because we are going to be using multi-level building. So what you want to do is make sure that your first panel that you place is just touching the sand. So ultimately this panel over here is going to serve as our 1x1. This 1x1 is going to contain all of these items. So to start off first, what I'm going to do is build back a little bit over there and remove your initial panel. We'll get back to that later. But first we build up and we build another foundation over here and we build up around. Like so and like so. Then what we do is we remove the stairs and place your initial foundation like we wanted to. Then remove that one and match it up. So now we have a lowered piece of ground. That's essential because to fit in all the things we want to, we're going to have to make the space slightly underground. So to begin, let's place down some of our items. First of all, we want to place our shelf as close to the center at the back as possible. Like that. Got to be quite straight though, otherwise you're not going to be able to fit any of the side walls. So once you have that in place, the next idea is to place the sleeping bag. Sleeping bag is right on the edge, can't hang over, otherwise the wall won't place. Since Rust has implemented the new no-clip system, nothing can actually go through anything anymore, so we have to make everything fit perfectly before we put down the walls. The reason why we put the walls afterwards is because it's very difficult to navigate once the walls are up. Next, we put down these small boxes here, and another small box over here. Put a large box in here, and another one over here. And now your storage is sorted. You've got 2 large boxes, 3 small boxes, with more than enough space to have everything in it. What I can do now though in the meantime is upgrade this floor panel to stone. Because you can build walls only in certain places, like over here for example, if I build here, I cannot build here, so I have to place my wall up here, and up here, and back there. But there's still a gap here, so what we do is we make this stone, we make this stone, we make this stone, and we make this stone. Although as it stands right now this is already suspicious, and anybody that comes by is going to know that this is some form of hidden base. So I like to make these back ones stone, just for safekeeping, and maybe one of the odd ones here. I leave one of these twigs just to make it look to somebody like it's an unfinished base, like somebody raided, and all they left behind was the tool cabinet. So next I'm going to do is place down the tool cabinet. Authorize myself. Make the rest of the wall stone as well. Also good time to place a roof. Make that stone too. Put down a furnace over here. Space for some additional lights. I'll put the lantern there. I can put a tuning lamp here. And I can put a ceiling lamp over here. Enough space for a fireplace. Now if I want, I can also put a water purifier over it. Makes the base a little bit bulky, so I don't tend to use the water purifier, although there is space for it and more than enough provision. Final step though, place a doorway, lock it up nice and safely, and that is your 1x1. Now you have a small complete 1x1 that has everything you need. You have enough storage, you have a place to spawn, you've got light, you've got tool cupboard, you have a place to smelt, a place to cook and eat, a place to stay warm, and everything you need within the confines of a 1x1. What I also like to do for safety's sake though, is make it look like this is a 3x3 that's unfinished, just to deter other raiders. So I would make it something like this, do a bit of a twig design. The fact that I left the underside of this base partly exposed over here lets people see inside and it allows them to realize that the foundation isn't thick enough to be hiding any rooms inside it. So according to them, what they'll see now is basically an unfinished base, a place where somebody started, they built their tool cabinet, and that's it. They were jumped. Nobody's going to try and take down the store to try and take over the space, because it's not worth it. You're going to use more explosives than necessary. What I like to do for safety's sake though, add an additional door here. It's also another thing I like to do is place some random items to make it look like this was somebody's hopes and dreams at one stage. Completely irrelevant, it's just to make sure that it looks abandoned. But essentially all your business is inside here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, do your thing, make my channel get popular, and I will try and do some more of these builds in the future. Thanks for watching.